Jesus Christ. Sorry about that, folks. First time I've actually had to deal with such a lengthy time frame when it comes to this new mic. Interesting way to begin using this mic for the new year, but here we are. And welcome back, folks. Welcome back. I am your host, Mortanius, and we are back with some more Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition on the Xbox Series X. Time of recording is 12:21 a.m. Thursday, January 9th, 2025. Sorry, folks, would have been on sooner, but Twitch made me go through an entire bit of nonsense. And here we finally are again. When we last left off, we had dealt with the Horizon problem. Had our first encounter with the Collectors. It was interesting to say the least. They had reach. We had flexibility. But we did end up losing the colony, unfortunately. Not dead so far, but captured. Luckily, a friend of ours who wasn't captured, Lieutenant, actually, what was it? Commander, was it? Or Chief, was it? I'll have to look again. But our Sentinel friend from the first game, so not only was there to try and get some defense guns online, but he managed to survive. Come to find out, though, he was also there investigating the group we happen to be with, Cerberus. Apparently something that shouldn't be happening as far as Cerberus is concerned, which is hilarious to me. But we finally got a good benchmark for the Collectors. They finally got a good benchmark for us, and it was not pretty, to say the least. So now we're just in the process of continuing on and seeing if we can actually manage to save our galaxy. So if you folks like what you see and want to see more of me as we check in with the local family members, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, check around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links from my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's get into this.
Shepard, how can I help?
Morden, your seeker swarms were invaluable.
Is the lab working well for you?
Quite satisfactory. Found a few surveillance bugs. Destroyed most of them. Returned expensive one to Miranda. Nothing unexpected. Just need more samples. More collector data, tissue samples, anything you can get, I can use. Find new tech.
Are there any medical concerns I should be aware of on the team?
Cerberus personnel in excellent condition. No squad concerns to report. Always some matters, but nothing affecting immediate mission.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Perhaps later. Trying to determine how Scale Itch got onto Normandy. Sexually transmitted disease only carried by Varen. Implications unpleasant. Anything else?
Extremely.
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Oh, hold on. There's a much easier way to do this, but first...
What's this area of the ship?
This is the armory, where small arms are maintained and upgraded. Using Omni-Tool, computer-aided design, and manufacturing, we have the capability to manufacture several...
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
It's not that I didn't know that. Getting weird audio on my end.
Incoming message from Admiral Stephen Hackett, Alliance HQ. Commander Shepard, I need to discuss a sensitive matter with you privately.
I'll take this in my quarters.
Oh, we can discuss, but it ain't gonna be happening for a while. There's no way to avoid this. If you want to use any of your mailboxes or anything, you have to have this conversation. But you don't have to do the mission until you want to.
Commander, thank you for your time. I'll keep this brief. We have a deep cover operative out in Batarian space. Name's Dr. Amanda Kenson. Dr. Kenson recently reported that she found evidence of an imminent Reaper invasion.
So why call me?
Just this morning I received word that the Batarians arrested her. They're holding her in a secret prison outpost on terrorism charges. I need you to infiltrate the prison and get her out of there. As a favor to me, I'm asking you to go in alone.
So a black op, huh? And she has information on the Reapers.
What is Dr. Kenson actually doing out there?
She's a deep cover operative, Shepard. We talk only when we have to. I'd heard she was investigating a rumor of a Reaper artifact in the system. Her last report said she'd found it.
Interesting.
What else can you tell me about the operative?
Amanda's a top scientist and Alliance agent working in Batarian space. It's a deadly assignment, and she's one of the few up to the challenge. She and I go back pretty far, Commander. I won't let her rot away in a Batarian torture camp.
Batarians would probably be willing to go to war over this.
I thought the Alliance denies the Reaper threat. That must be some proof she found.
Kenson's team found an artifact out in Batarian space. She believes it's a Reaper device, proof that the Reapers are indeed planning to invade. I've known her a long time. If she says she has proof, it's worth checking out.
Okay.
I have a hell of a squad with me. I'm sure they'd help out.
Kenson is my friend. If the Batarians see a squad of armed soldiers, they'll kill her. This is serious, Commander. Go in with discretion, or don't go at all.
I can respect that.
The Batarians won't take kindly to the Alliance breaking into a secret prison.
This is not an Alliance operation. It's one person going in alone to save a friend. If it were an official mission, of course the Batarians would be upset. You keep this quiet, Shepard, and there's nothing to worry about.
I'll make this a priority.
The prison is hidden underground in a Batarian outpost on Aratat. I'll upload the coordinates now. Once she's secure, confirm her discovery. We'll debrief you when you're back.
Got it.
Hackett out.
Aratat. Okay. Deal with that when the time comes to deal with that. Untitled from Error. Invalid sender name. Hey Shepard. Heard I have you to thank. Wait. Okay, yeah. Hey Shepard, heard I have you to thank for getting out of purgatory. Sent a ship to round me up, but they didn't expect weapons. Weapons check good enough. Oh, but they didn't weapons check good enough. Gonna carve your name instead of mine into my next victim as thanks. Got anyone you need dead? You did take a shot at me on my way out, so I have to kill you. You know how it goes. Dad taught me that if you let anybody hurt you, they get ideas. So you make sure to send a message. Not like I'm sending it now, though. See you around. The people who live here are coming back and it's downtime. Look around for your name. I'll make sure you find it before I find you. Billy. Well, William. When you're ready, you can go ahead and dig your grave. I'll be right there to help you out. It'll be a nice bonding experience between buds. Robin Reese. Commander, the Alliance soldier here gave me this contact information. I hope this reaches you. You said you were trying to stop those collectors. They took my son and my brother. Have you found them? Do you know where they are? I know you're looking, but so many people are just gone. Every family lost someone. The children are the worst. Empty desks at the schools. Winter clothes that never got worn. Please, the Alliance isn't doing anything. The Council isn't doing anything. If you can find our people, I'm begging you to do something. Tell me I can do something. Tell me anything. Robin Reese. The Alliance is kind of doing what it can. But it's not going to look perfect, and 2/3 of anything it does is going to look like it's not really paying attention or caring because it's not really going to be enough. Not to mention there's so much that they actually can't do without going against effectively certain rules and laws. Not to mention they don't really have anything to go on. To Shepard from Cerberus Information Processing. We're aware that your old friend, Liara Tassoni, has been hunting for the Shadow Broker for several years. We wouldn't mind helping her in that hunt, given the broker's past work for the Collectors. We recently uncovered some information that might give Liara a lead on where to find the Shadow Broker's base of operations. But unfortunately, she does not have much faith in Cerberus's intel. If you visit Illium and pass it on to her as a gesture of goodwill, we'd appreciate it. I can do that. So you take issue with them working with the Collectors. Good. I mean, one assumes that you didn't expect me to ever find information like this, me or anybody connected to me, so you may have genuinely sent this out here to help. Same time, would you be helping because it's the right thing to do, or simply because humanity's in the crosshairs? Not necessarily any bad answers, but not any directly good ones either. You folks might be wondering why it is I don't have any fish. Don't you worry. We'll be handling that before too long. Now,
Commander, you've received a
Yeoman.
new message at your private terminal.
already handled.
I saw the reports on Horizon, Commander. What you did was amazing. The report mentioned that Caden Alenko was there. How did that go?
It was good to see him.
That's good to hear. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
You okay? That was out of nowhere.
Is there anything I should know?
Operative Lawson would like to see you at her station on the crew deck. Operative Taylor would like to see you over in the armory. Anything else, Commander?
That's what I
That'll be all.
figured.
It's always nice chatting with you.
Commander, sorry I'm a little unfocused. Personal matter. It won't affect my duties.
The yeoman said you wanted to see me. What's this about, Jacob?
As I said, it's a personal matter. I don't want to waste our time if it turns out to be a goose chase. But... well, I got pinged by a ghost the other night. Family.
You know, it's interesting. I don't know if that statement about the yeoman mentioning something has always been there, even if you talk to her first. I wonder if they added that for the remaster.
I'm listening.
My private log got an update about the Hugo Gernsback, the ship my father served on. It sent an SOS last week, reporting a crash and requesting a rescue. Shepard, that ship went missing 10 years ago. I hadn't talked to my father for 3 years before that. I've buried everything but a body. I'm not convinced it isn't just some automated distress signal ticking over. It's been too long.
Even if it is, it will be good to figure out what happened to him, if for nothing else, and for other people to avoid the potential of it happening again.
You'd like us to go take a look at the wreck? See if it's legit?
If the coordinates aren't too far out of our way, I could at least verify the wreck. Who knows, maybe there is actually someone out there. I want to also mention that I don't make a habit of looking for random SOS signals. This was passed to my personal log through Cerberus filters.
Interesting. So somebody's making moves, huh?
Any signs that this was a Cerberus front? Who passed this to you?
I doubt the elusive man would let a direct operation stake hold this long. If there's a link, it's probably just about money. Cerberus needs diverse holdings to fund projects like, well, you. And whoever sent this my way covered their tracks. Someone could be fishing for favors, or thought it would get under my skin. Who knows with that bunch?
If the elusive man is humanity-centric, then he couldn't afford to let a project stay cold this long. Humans don't live long relative to what we met in the galaxy. Krogan, Asari, memory serves, Turians live around the same lifespan. Solarians, they live around 40, well 40 plus, but it's an extreme rarity to see a Solarian over 40. So at that point, they're probably at the geriatric aspect of their lives. It's risky for them to move, period. So he couldn't really afford to leave any project down for long. So yeah, it wouldn't make any sense for it to be something he'd be up to. So far,
You didn't
anyway.
get along with your father?
He made no apologies, I'll give him that. You make a mistake, you own up to it, even if you keep making it. Whatever problems we had were a lifetime ago. I've had 10 years to get to where I am, and as far as I know, he's still a ghost.
Interesting. What was it? Because he wasn't home as often as you would have liked, or home as often as you felt you needed, or home as often as you actually needed? Those aren't necessarily the same things. I mean, obviously, resources aren't all that's necessary to raise a child, but you can't exactly afford to be in two places at once. So there's unfortunately gonna be something that has to give. And more often than not, economics are not something you can really afford to let slip, whether you like it or not.
Tell me about the Hugo Gernsback and what it was doing.
Privately held frigate. I looked over the mission brief when it disappeared. Nothing stood out. Typical research and grab operation. Find an uncharted planet, stake a claim, and establish as large a presence as you can as fast as possible to shut out competitors.
Makes sense. Smart way to do it to an extent. Risky though. You never know where you'd end up. It's got me wondering. You know, thinking about it, what he basically just described was Subnautica. We found a planet out of nowhere nobody else knows about. Time to stake our claim quick, fast, and in a hurry. Don't ask questions, let's just do it. Incidentally, folks, there are Subnautica playthroughs. Waiting on Subnautica 2 to drop so I can stream that. That actually looks interesting.
Tell me about the Hugo Gernsback and what it was doing.
Privately held frigate. I looked over the mission brief when it disappeared. Nothing stood out. Typical research and grab operation. Find an uncharted planet, stake a claim, and establish as large a presence as you can as fast as possible to shut out competitors.
Want to see if there was anything I missed. But yeah,
I
we'll
think we
do
can
that,
spare
man.
the time. Pass the coordinates to Joker.
I appreciate that, Commander. I don't expect more than dusty old bones, but it'll be good to close the record.
All right.
Miranda wants to see you, Commander.
Right.
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
I can respect that. If for nothing else than simple privacy and protection of who or what matters to you.
Miranda, you're one of my crew. Tell me what's on your mind.
You remember what I told you about Father? Building a dynasty? There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Illium, safe and hidden from my father.
Interesting. And how does he know this, if Cerberus has been keeping her safe?
So you think your father has tracked her down?
Precisely, Commander. My sources indicate he knows that she's on Illium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
Guess we'll have to figure this one out. Again, it does, because it does beg questions as to how it is she found. Well, I mean, people are people. He could just as easily have spotted her out and about, or had people who saw her face and sorry, we've confirmed it. She's on Illium. Look, this is her. Even her eye color. Look, she even messes with her hair the way you said your daughter used to.
What do you know about your sister?
She's my genetic twin. We're identical, but she deserves a normal life, and she's going to get it no matter what.
Damn. All right. Identical down to the bone, huh? That's interesting. Wonder if she has biotics.
Does your sister's family know about this? Are they okay with being relocated?
They know nothing. They're completely uninvolved. Normal. I told Cerberus, and they're coming up with a positive reason to move the family.
Father's getting a promotion or something like that. Best way to do it. You better hope he ain't the type to ask questions. Odds are he is.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to Illium when Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nos Astra docking bay.
We can do that. You know, when I used to do these missions, because each crew member will have one, when I used to do these missions, I used to do them in such a way where...
Horizon?
Yes. If I hadn't joined Cerberus, I'd be abducted by the collectors right now.
Wow, you really dodged a bullet.
Yeah, I couldn't take that. They creeped the hell out of me.
They creep the hell out of everyone. That's why people only sell them stuff. I used to just take outright who I would want to, and I still do. But I'm starting to think about it now, and I'm like, take the people who make the most sense for the mission. Sometimes it's based on them having like a hand in some way, shape, and form in who that individual is. Some is based on it just making sense for what they're doing. Like for both of their missions, I'll take both of them to each other's mission. Just for the simple fact that they're both Cerberus, they're both operatives in their own way. And they know how each other functions.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
See now, obviously we have just the two missions to do in terms of those two, as well as the obvious like story missions of the rest of the game. But beyond that, never know when your crew has more to say to you. Wonder if they spoke about the woman with the tattoos yet.
Hey,
Tell me about you, Jack. What are you up to?
still checking out your ship. Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
I doubt Joker would appreciate that. At least not while we're working.
Relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's so.
I've been around.
Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
Mm-hmm. You're a powerhouse, but I don't think you're as effective as you think you are.
It's hard to imagine you in a cult. That usually involves a lot of rules.
I was looking for answers. Drugs and sex and going to a better place. A better place, right. It was all about money. They wanted to take a colony, shake the suckers down to fund their spread, and guess who was their ace in the hole? They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
Yeah, there's always groups like that who outright use a bunch of false crap and fake wires and cables and people using powers and whatnot.
What did you do when you found out?
What do you think?
So, I mean, what, were they robbing you? Was this just you angry because they used you as the boogeyman? I can see that being the case in terms of, say, you destroyed my name, now these people think I'm some sort of psycho killer who eats babies or something, right? So yeah, you definitely getting these biotic hands, but beyond that, so far it kind of sounds like you might be just leaning more toward the petty side of things, but hey. That's what I'm saying, you're bitter as hell. She may have reason to be. That doesn't make it everybody else's responsibility.
Doesn't sound like you're doing much living. Not for yourself.
What do you know? Cerberus lapdog, military stooge. You do nothing but live for other people. Everybody wants something, and because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson. Done it all, and that's the boring shit. Piracy, theft of military craft, destruction of a space station, and vandalism. That was a good one.
Interesting. She understood nothing of what I said, but that implies I'm surprised.
Military's a hard target. Bet that made you some friends.
Shouldn't have left the thing unlocked. Besides, parades are boring. I helped.
Uh-huh. Okay.
A space station. You're pushing what I can believe.
Ain't saying it was easy. Not everything is spur of the moment. Sometimes you gotta work to give people what they deserve. Had some people I hung with for a while. Outlaw colony. Felt like they were like me. Guess that made us a nice target. Turians think they know something about a scorched earth response. Fuck 'em.
So, hold on.
A space
Ain't
station.
saying it was easy. Not everything is spur of the moment. Had some people I hung with for a while. Outlaw colony. Felt like they were like... Turians think they know something about a scorched earth response.
Okay, so yeah.
Fuck 'em.
You got emotional because you lost people that mattered to you. Starting to see a pattern here.
You were a pirate too?
Ties in with the kidnapping. If you hijack a passenger ship and don't kill everyone, anyway. Good lesson. Simpler to just kill them all.
That makes sense, and that's always been the case. And you say simpler, I say more targets. I'm starting, yeah. You're the type that would like the suicide by
I'm
cop.
surprised you'd even mention vandalism in that bunch.
That's what the Hanar call it when you crash that space station I mentioned into one of their moons and make a new crater. They really liked that moon.
It's funny, I didn't actually think about that the first time around dealing with vandalism. I mean, sure. If I mean, it's really up there. It's really up there. Theft of a military craft, destruction of a space station, piracy, but vandalism. That vandalism. Good Lord.
Do you ever wonder if you could have done things differently?
No.
Shouldn't you?
There's no reason I should be alive, but I am. You know why? Instinct. It's worked for me so far, and I'm not gonna change. Hey, Shepard. No one's ever asked me about this shit. It's strange to talk about. So fuck you. And thanks for asking.
Well, fuck you and no problem.
I've got green across the board. The forward tanks are buoyant and elevated.
Are you talking about the Normandy? Or Miranda?
I'm talking about the one that's covered and protected, not bouncing in the breeze.
I don't know. Operative Lawson's uniform is very official. It always makes me stand at attention.
You're such a dog.
And you love the hell out of that fact. Do not be mad at the fact that she bad.
Shepard,
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
humans talk too much.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
It ain't her fault any more than it ain't your fault that you were born with a penchant for engines. Okay, time to finally journey beyond. Once again, we got our horizon information if you folks want to check that out for the pause. Go ahead and mark these planets. You know, I'm trying to remember which one it is, but there's a planet in the Mass Effect universe, and you're actually on it in the first game. Hold up, Watchman. You're on it in the first game.
Launching probe.
And there are theories that it's actually the same planet that the Dragon Age universe takes place on. So, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, same universe, just different planet. Not Earth, but... which is interesting since there's humans there, but, you know, whatever. There's also elves, dwarves, Kunari, and everything else. Yes, I've also thought about streaming Dragon Age, the entire series. Don't know if it's actually doable, unless I had a PC. We'll have to see. I know I can at least give you folks Inquisition and potentially Veilguard. Alright, enough of that. Can recruit Tally. The assassin, the Justicar. Give Liara intel. How much money am I sitting on? 276,000. Well, we're taking a trip before we go to Jacob. Illium is calling my name. Debating. Never mind. Since I'm here, might as well bring her with me, so we can have her interactions while we're leading up to where her mission is, even if we're not exactly going to do it just yet. folks, this is your opportunity to get to see Asari ingenuity at work.
Welcome to Nosastra, Commander Shepard. We've been instructed to waive all docking and administration fees for your visit. My name is Karina. If you need information about the area, it would be my pleasure to assist you.
That Asari makeup that they use on the sides of their faces, like for those streaks, that has always been unusual to me. I assume it's designed to go with the tentacles, and it's like the streaks that come from the sides of their faces. Beyond that, that is extremely unusual.
Who instructed you to waive the fees?
The order came from Liara Tassoni, who paid all fees on your behalf. She
Yep,
also
that's
asked that I
exactly what
direct
it
you to
is.
speak with her at your convenience. She's near the trading floor.
They highlight those streaks connected to the tentacles. Better noticed it as she was moving her head with the light catching
What can you
it.
tell me about Nosastra?
It's an exciting city. We see a lot of new cultures and goods because of our proximity to the Terminus systems. At the same time, Illium is still an Asari world. You should be as safe here as you would be on the Citadel. For your own safety, however, I recommend against signing anything.
Immediately in the same breath. Safe is on the Citadel, but don't sign anything. Yep. Sounds like the Citadel.
What's so dangerous about signing something?
Illium is a free trade world, Commander. Contract term requirements are more relaxed here than on other planets. It's a small price to pay for keeping our competitive edge in goods from the Terminus systems.
Yeah. I actually had to remind myself about that being the way this planet works just now.
You mentioned trading. What gets traded on Illium?
Anything you can imagine, Commander. Illium is a wonderful world for those who can afford it. In order to remain competitive as a Terminus systems port, we've relaxed many of the standards you'd find on other Asari worlds. Most drugs are legal, provided they are labeled properly. You can buy almost any weapon or technology. You can even buy indentured servants.
Hence my previous statement about remembering how this world works. I ain't gonna lie, that outfit of hers is,
I can't
damn.
believe an Asari world would allow slavery.
We try to avoid calling it slavery. All indentured servants on Illium have voluntarily agreed to a term of service. Most choose indentured service as a means to pay off debt or avoid imprisonment. A contract holder is responsible for the well-being of her servants, and a servant's duties are agreed upon before the contract is signed.
The base concept of indentured servitude I'm not bothered by. But this is slavery. Like, consider it like this. You can't find a job, right? You're searching, and rather, let's say you have a felony, so that's even fewer jobs you have access to. Well, if somebody's willing to hire you to take care of some of their day-to-day things, and they pay you properly, but they also have to give you room and board, right, as a part of their payment. But again, you're also making the resources necessary to eventually pull yourself out of whatever problem you're in. I'm fine with it, but this sounds like a work-away debt scheme, and you never get out of work-away debt schemes. What you do always costs more than what you provide. It always does. So all you do is end up in deeper debt, and as a slave, in the worst kind of way.
You said Liara was here? What's she doing?
Liara is one of Nosastra's most respected information brokers. Nosastra is based upon trade. Information is valuable currency, and Liara has done quite well. As I said, you'll find her near the trading floor. She was looking forward to seeing you.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And for you folks wondering, just so we're clear, hold on.
Anything you in order to remain competitive. Most drugs are legal, provided they are labeled properly. You can buy almost any weapon or technology.
I can't believe an Asari
We try to avoid. Most choose indentured service as a contract holder is responsible for the well-being of her servants, and a servant's duties are agreed upon before the contract is signed.
Yeah. Yeah, setting aside the basic concept What I told y'all actually wasn't a spoiler for you folks wondering who haven't actually played this. So Liara's done well, huh?
Do you have any recommendations about what to do on Nos Astra?
Our trading center is directly ahead. You'll find restaurants and shops nearby as well. I suggest you browse our shopping kiosks. You can find things on Nos Astra that you can't find anywhere else in the galaxy.
This is quickly becoming my favorite outfit. I shit you not.
I'm on a mission. Can you help me find someone?
I can help you find major entertainment centers or stores, but I'm afraid I can't point you to individual people. Liara is excellent at that type of work, however. I imagine she can help you.
Again, straight toward Liara. Begs questions. But it might quite literally just be the case that she wouldn't be informed. No, that makes no sense. You are a concierge. How in the hell do you not know this stuff? Is it that you do, or that you've been directed just to send me to Liara for those questions? Or you legitimately don't? What is this, like your first decade or something?
I'm on a mission. Can you help me find
I can
someone?
help you find major entertainment. Liara is excellent at that type of
Thank
work,
you.
however.
No. Wrong question.
A car named Samara is visiting this port, Shepard. Your former teammate, Liara Tassoni, may have more information. Her office overlooks the trading floor. You may wish to speak with her regarding the whereabouts of Thane Krios, the assassin on your dossier, as well. Also, I have a message from Miss Lawson. Lantea has reserved a room at Eternity and will be waiting.
Thank you, Edie.
Yeah. No, wrong question. For some reason I mixed it up. She knows about all the entertainment spots. She doesn't know where to be finding people at. Yeah, no, you wouldn't. And if you did, you ain't gonna say you do. Not if you're smart.
Tired of training employees only to lose them to your competitors? Perhaps Indentutech can help. The leading provider of cutting-edge indentured service, Indentutech can provide contract guaranteed labor for any technical area. Contact Indentutech today. You've been a slave to your employees for too long. Shouldn't it be the other way around?
You've been a slave to your employees for too long. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Once again, though, but we don't like to call it slavery. The Asari are funny sometimes.
You have to give the Asari credit. Illium is a cultural marvel. Humanity can learn a lot from their ingenuity.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. It is most impressive.
No, you don't understand. I lost it somewhere near the transport terminal. It can't be replaced. It's a token from my bondmate. It's the only thing my child has to remember her father by. Please, if you find it... No, I understand. Pardon me, I'm on a call.
$25. Sell at $25.
No, you're not hearing me. I want to buy it up. Buy it all up.
Come on, give me something.
The Shepard Scholarship has gone into effect.
Are you shorting prefabs?
Why not? I did it after Eden Prime. Paid for new exosuits for my kids.
You're insane.
An independent inquiry is investigating a group known as
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was the same stories that they've been throwing us.
and testimony by an apparent Cerberus.
Excuse me, are you Commander Shepard?
I am.
You're Commander Shepard? I saw your... I guess you would say your aura. I'd recognize you anywhere. I was asked to give you a message if I saw you. It's from a friend you made on Novaria.
Interesting. It's funny, before you said that, I was going to ask if you worked for Shayera.
What message were you asked to give?
Shepard, we hide. We borrow. We build. But we know that you seek those who soured the songs of our mothers. When the time comes, our voice will join with yours, and our crescendo will burn the darkness clean. Thank you, Shepard. The Rachni will sing again because of you.
Creep Vector, activate.
How did you possess another Asari? You can't just take over people's minds like that.
Peace, Shepard. The Rachni Queen does not control my thoughts. That was merely the message I was asked to deliver. I encountered her on an uncharted world. She saved my life. More than that, she gave me a purpose. They are an amazing people, Shepard. The galaxy owes you a great debt for giving them a second chance.
So what, the damn Asari are living answering machines? Leave your message at the 6th eye roll. My God. That'd be a hell of a person to get into an argument with. Oh really, husband? That's what you said? Okay, well, let me recall the last 38 years.
How did you find the Rachni?
I was working as a courier. Pirates ambushed my ship, and I was forced down on an uncharted planet. I was badly injured, alone and near death. Then they found me. They saved me.
You obviously got off world again. Did the Rachni give you a ship?
No. Countless workers repaired my ship. It runs better now than it did before. They remind me of the Keepers on the Citadel in a way. All working together, each with a purpose.
Interesting. So they're good for tech. They're real good for tech. I didn't catch that back then.
What happened to the pirates who attacked you?
They were obliterated, as they should have been. The Rachni are not aggressive, but they do what they must.
So, long story short, fuck them. Okay.
You said the Queen gave you a purpose. What do you mean?
The Queen shared her song with me as I recovered. I saw the Rachni as only an Asari could. They are so beautiful and so vulnerable. They needed someone to purchase things they cannot make themselves. Someone to work within the system. An agent, if you will. I am happy to help. My life as a courier was empty and shallow. Now I'm helping a great race rebuild itself.
You sound like Saren when he was under sovereign control.
You were really comfortable walking away from your old life?
You're concerned that the Queen is controlling me. I understand, but it doesn't work like that. Our minds were in perfect harmony. I saw their beautiful spirit and their need. I knew what I had to do. If some part of that is suggestion, then it was a side effect from their efforts to save my life. I am happy.
You say it's not how it works, but I watched it work that way on Novaria with one of your very species. Speaking about a sour yellow note, as this one's songs and colors were fading, her music was, quote unquote, bittersweet. Okay.
Can you tell me where the Rachni are?
I'm afraid not. I don't even have that information myself any longer. After I met the Rachni Queen, that information was removed. It's not painful, but I simply don't remember. I'll remember when I need to, and her caution is understandable. The galaxy isn't yet ready for the return of the Rachni.
Ragnar is still willing to let the galaxy give them things, though. Sorry about that.
I got that she was grateful. What else was her message saying?
That the first Rachni War was a mistake. Some things soured the voices of her people. In Rachni psychology, that would be like mind control, I think. It doesn't really translate. Anyway, she believes you are fighting the ones who did that, and she promises to help.
So the Reapers, huh?
She thinks that the Reapers caused the Rachni War?
I can't say for sure, but she was certain that her ancestors were forced into war against their will. Her people aren't naturally aggressive. If they made war, it was not of their own doing.
Interesting. So they just, well, I can't really say they just exist, but as she said, they're not naturally aggressive. So then they were forced into conflict.
I got that she was grateful. What else was her message saying?
But the first... Anyway, she believes you are fighting...
Thank you for giving me that information. I'm glad my friend in Noveria is doing well.
Be well, Commander Shepard. You will not see me again.
All right, then. Now, slight spoiler, but I'll go ahead and say it. You will not see her again.
Holy crap, Shepard! I thought you were dead.
Gianna Piracini. What's happening?
Shepard? The news said you were dead. What happened? No, wait, probably classified. Forget I asked. You just have to lie. It's been a couple of years. I'm Gianna Piracini, Noveria Internal Affairs. You helped me nail Administrator Analeas.
I remember.
Happy to help. What happened to Administrator Analeas?
He made the one mistake Noveria won't tolerate. He got caught taking their money. He's doing a few years in white-collar prison. More importantly, he won't work in the field again. Sit down. If I remember right, I owe you a beer. What brings you to Illium? You know, that you can talk about.
Honestly, it ain't exactly hidden. And even if it was, somebody like you setting aside the potential of you being indoctrinated, yeah, it would be good for somebody like you to know, if nothing else, doing what you do.
You ever heard of the Collectors? They're attacking human colonies. I'm gonna stop them.
Damn, Shepard. For me, a tough job involves more paperwork. Hey, listen, I just remembered something. I've gotta go. Talk to you later? And don't forget to drink your beer.
And there it is. Just that little tidbit of information could make it to where, hey, stay away from these colonies, evacuate the other human colonies, so on and so forth. Right? Again, it's not like it's hidden. Shepard had to leave. Target saw me. Couldn't break cover. Sorry merchant smuggling schematics from Noveria. Can you talk her into showing you good stuff?
I'm looking for the best tech upgrade.
Hey, I'll sell birds to the bees.
Of course. I can help you with a consult and figure out what options work for you.
Welcome. You look like someone who needs high-quality equipment. Feel free to look around. My store has the best tech and biotic equipment on Illium.
What kind of merchandise do you carry?
The latest in biotic upgrades and omni-tool modifications. Very high quality. Sometimes I even get special items in. No promises, of course.
Yeah, we'll deal with that momentarily.
Is everything here so expensive? I'd planned to drop a lot of credits today.
Really?
I'm outfitting a team for a dangerous mission. I need the best and I'm willing to pay for it. As long as you work with me.
Well, perhaps I could give you a preferred rate at the kiosk. Here, a small discount, and when I get special items in, you can take a look.
I'll have a look around.
Never actually checked, but I don't know if the discount goes through if you finish that mission before exiting out. And as you can see, now we can start picking up our biotic damage upgrades.
This might be useful.
Doubles the time limit for bypassing, and we don't need that. Metagel capacity, could get that. I mean, I'd go for the arm sheathing, but it's horrible. It just looks pain. Looks like nothing but pain.
I'll take it.
And a waste of money. But hey. Wait, what armor am I in? Standard chest piece. Yeah, okay, hold up. That would be useful, but it ain't that serious. I'll go ahead and get it.
Welcome back.
I have another
Just so you
chest
know,
piece
your
in mind
discount is
anyway.
still good, and I'll let you know about any special items that might hold your interest.
Do you have
Thank
anything
you.
else? Anything not listed on your main merchandise kiosk?
Well, there is one thing. Very advanced design. Not publicly available yet.
That's because it's still in development on Noveria, and illegal for export. Hello, Hermia.
Parsini, you set me up! But this isn't Noveria. You don't have the authority to arrest me.
I don't care whether you go to jail. I've got all the evidence I need to fine you out of business.
Classic. There's a line coming up. It is one of my favorite in all of gaming, legitimately. But I don't remember if it's here or... Oh, we'll have to see.
Do you have the authority to seize the schematic she's trying to sell?
I don't have to. Hermia was under suspicion. We leaked a faulty device to her. All this thing will ever do is blow up in your face.
I need to go. I have to talk to my lawyer.
Talk fast, Hermia. When the fines hit, you won't be able to afford him. Ah, that was good. I've got to go file a few papers. Come by my table when you've got a minute.
Never mind. It makes you wonder if she sold that mod to anybody else. I mean, I was gonna ask you, since, you know, you leaked her a faulty mod, could you leak me the legit
I
one?
need minimal heat increase and speed. I have extremely high performance requirements.
Certainly, sir.
Safe, too. I need a 100% safety guarantee of anything going onto my suit.
I can respect that. They spend everywhere in those exosuits. The details we learned about from the codex says pure oxygen, which was breathing, would split their flesh open in seconds.
Hermia is going to be a very poor woman very shortly. Thanks for the help, Shepard. I love nailing Asari. So ageless and superior. Then you get them and they squeal like schoolgirls.
And there was the line.
It must be nice having a job that you really enjoy.
I wanted to be a cop, or CSEC, but my family had bills. I needed the money a corporate job brought in. Besides, in this job, you don't see things that make it hard to sleep at night. White-collar crime is nice and clean. Hell, at least this time I didn't have to wear heels and a dress.
No, I don't see why you took issue with it. You look pretty good in heels and a dress. But hey, guess you don't really like that kind of thing.
How'd you end up on Noveria, anyway?
Scholarship program and a competitive internship. Turned out I was only middling at the science, but I could always ferret out secrets. You grow up poor and surrounded by rich kids, you get good at hiding yourself. Helps with going undercover.
Yep. That's the problem with a lot of people. They don't really pay attention to who's around them. You'd be surprised how many times and how many people you step over, around, through, that it's not like your desire is to ignore, but it's almost like they blend into the scenery. It's one of the reasons why, like, the poorest people tend to be the ones that learn the most, is because people left, right, and center have a bad habit of speaking openly around the poor. They somehow, some way block them out of their existence. It's weird.
What's up next for you?
Research. We've had some hacking attacks lately, and I want to make sure they're external. A lot of people are suddenly interested in dark energy. My bosses want to know if it's something to worry about. That'll hold me over until I have to go back undercover anyway.
Interesting. Dark energy, you say?
It must be hard, going undercover so often.
It's not so bad. Go new places, be new people. The only weird part is when you go home and try to talk to people, and you forget how to react. Like it's another cover, you know?
Yeah, that's because you've been doing it too long. You enjoy it, yeah, but that kind of thing, you become the masks you wear, and your main mask is everybody, including who you really are at home. So even that individual is just another mask, whether you try to have it that way or not. You, like you said, you don't know how to react, and the reason why is because infiltration work requires you to actually, you have to actually invest yourself. You have to actually legitimately connect with who and what you're infiltrating. That's why if y'all hear about like a lot of infiltration work, like a lot of the times, the people who were like get arrested, they're like devastated. A lot of them are surprised because they outright lost a friend or a family member or whoever because of this whole situation. And it's literally because they have to invest in who they're trying to learn from, who they're trying to break down and potentially lock up.
Deep down, part of you likes fooling people. That's what makes you good at it.
Part of me, yeah. I grew up poor and working class. Now I walk around the rich and powerful, taking notes, getting evidence. And they never see me coming.
Sort of fake it till you make it, but your whole job is to never make it, so consistently fake it.
It's been a pleasure, Gianna.
You too, Shepard. See you around. Oh, hell with it. Mwah. Much better than an autograph. Take care of yourself, Shepard.
Shame you are not a dress girl. But hey.
Do you have anything flashier? I want something that says, I own this room. I own you.
I'll see what we can do, sir.
Another difficult development for human expansion as the colony on Horizon has been attacked. The Council has suggested that the attacks are a tragic coincidence, likely the result of Batarian slave traders or isolated pirate attacks. Investors in pre-fabricated complexes are rejoicing, however, as the repair and rebuilding plans have spiked shares industry-wide.
Well, that's not necessarily the council denying Reapers so much as, I mean, the Alliance denying Reapers so much as saying possibility of it's Batarians or somebody else. And I mean, it's valid. It's not what's going on. It might actually be what's going on somewhere, but it's not generally what's going on.
Watch yourself if you go in there. Some human is causing trouble. He's demanding that I sign the place over to him.
I'll be careful.
Or you could kill him. You know, legally, in self-defense. I'd make a really good witness. Failing that, I'm hooking up security cameras now. If he or anybody else causes trouble, I'll have their asses arrested.
Ah. He was coming right for us. For Miranda's mission, we go in there.
Our amino acids are all different, so it's not like we can get diseases or anything if we go natural.
I'm telling you, this is why you shouldn't date humans.
So then I had to explain about cross-species fluid contact. Completely killed the mood.
Not to mention that you're a Quarian. How could he be so insensitive?
Bro, you are not going to smash. Please cut that out. He's insensitive? Is it possible he's never dated before? Is it possible he may or may not have dated before, but might just be an extremely nervous individual, so he blurts out things he probably shouldn't? Is it possible it's a mental thing? Is it possible somebody told him these are the things he should be saying and he trusted that individual, man or woman? No. He was obviously just insensitive. Obviously.
Freedom. A regional hub of Asari commerce awash in riches, Illium is infamous for its abusive labor practices and legalization of nearly everything except murder. As such, Illium is the preferred production site for weapons and pharmaceuticals that would be illegal nearly everywhere else, made even more lucrative by legal indentured servitude. Among the biotics-related pharmaceutical producers is the Dantius Corporation, a rising star in galactic commerce. Despite the dangers of its products, Illium is renowned for glamour, luxury, and safety, provided by near-total surveillance, making it a favored tourist destination. Countless celebrities maintain palatial estates on Illium and in its capital, Nos Astra. The sole obstacle to business on Illium is its extensive bureaucracy, tolerated only for its provision of security. Regardless of the character of its economy, Illium's self-congratulatory media exalts its own society with the provincial arrogance of new money, glorifying in sexiest CEOs and 10 richest residents lists.
Yep, that sounds about right. And then here's one of the most interesting conversations in Mass Effect. So check this out. Human, Solarian, Turian, Asari, right? Listen.
I still don't see why we're here. Solarians do not get married. My family simply negotiated a reproduction contract.
Whatever. It's the closest you guys get to a wedding. And that means you get a bachelor party. End of story.
Not that interesting,
I don't
but
understand.
not that.
Humans celebrate wedding contracts by tempting infidelity? That makes no sense.
Calm down, man. Don't embarrass me in front of the stripper.
What do Turians do? Do Turians do this too?
I'm just here for the drinks.
We don't really tempt infidelity. At least half the time we don't. It's just a sort of shaking off of the past to an extent. That one last hoorah, so long as it's not a problem being had. The other half of that time, it actually is a problem. So yeah.
You said that bachelor parties are for very close friends. We're just co-workers.
We've been co-workers for 5 years, though. Aren't Solarian years like dog years?
Okay, now that's offensive.
Well, I mean, kind of, but not really. Man's got a point. You effectively been working together for 20 years as far as Solarians are concerned.
I appreciate the gesture, but my people don't even have sex drives the way humans do.
Uh-huh. Take a look at that, man. Everybody likes the Asari. Everybody.
But we actually reproduce.
Yes, sir.
My word. She is very limber.
Yeah, limber does that to the brain.
I can appreciate her dancing in an aesthetic manner, but I don't have feelings of. She is a lovely shade of blue.
Okay. That makes my legs hurt just watching it. And my knees are meant to bend that way.
Yes, sir.
This isn't as bad as I feared. It's actually. Is it warm in here?
Okay. You see that bit there?
A little divot in her abdomen?
It's called a belly button. Humans and Asari have them, and you're gonna be doing shots out of it later tonight. That can't be sanitary. Not the point, man.
It's not sanitary, it's not the point, and body shots can go straight to hell.
I can understand why I might find Asari attractive, but how can they be attracted to humans too? They look just like Solarians.
What? They look exactly like us. I'm not seeing the Solarian thing at all. At all. You're both wrong. Asari look just like Luturians. Look at the head fringe. Wait, you don't think they're like mind controlling us to see them as attractive, do
Hey, man is not wrong. And that is the conversation I wanted y'all to hear. Could the Asari be doing something to the minds of all in range? It's hard to say. There are quite a few theories that they might be. But he spoke about head fringe, Tyrian features, Solarian features, human features. When we look at her, we see human features.
Well, I suppose watching just one more dance wouldn't hurt.
That's the spirit. As long as I'm not paying for the drinks.
I don't blame him. He said, "You gonna ruin a sorry for me. Stop. Stop."
I still don't see why we're here. Solarians do not get married. My family simply negotiate.
You're really holding out on me? I'm a man on the edge. I got nothing to lose. I'll do anything to get the job done. I'll go all the way without a second thought.
You want to see how far I'll go? I learned how to shove a gun in people's faces from Commander Shepard.
Hey, if you know this idiot, can you rein him in before I slap his ass with a singularity?
Shepard? Is it really you? It's me, Conrad Werner. We met on the Citadel. I wanted to become a Spectre. Oh, and then you shoved a gun in my face. You showed me what it meant to be truly extreme. I learned that lesson well. So you're alive, huh? I hear it goes like that in the biz. Why don't you sit back and watch how it's done? I got some asses to kick.
The only time I remember shoving the gun in your face was when you asked me to lift up my gun and point it away from your face so you could take a photo. I remember you saying your wife would love it. You remember that? I remember that.
Conrad, why are you acting like me?
What, are you crazy? I'm nothing like you. I'm not a Spectre working for the Council. I'm on my own, backed only by my wits and my nerves. No rules, no laws, just whatever it takes to get the job done. I'm not like you at all.
How did you get the armor? It looked legit.
Conrad, do you have any actual combat training?
I'm saving the galaxy, Shepard. I don't have time for training. Don't you get it? You were a big jerk, but you saved the galaxy and showed other races that humans mattered. And then you died. The galaxy needed someone like you, Shepard. We all did. I had to do something.
Okay, so I was a big jerk because I went and died. Okay, I understand now.
How did you get that armor?
Oh, they make some pretty convincing replicas these days, if you're willing to pay. Getting the whole getup was pretty expensive, but my wife was really supportive. She even paid for my shuttle fare off-world.
That is suspicious as hell. Your wife is... Bro, your wife is trying to get you killed or trying to get rid of you so she can see what the neighbors do. Something. What? That or she's crazy like you are.
So, you just wander the galaxy righting wrongs?
Hey, don't say it like that. I talk to people, you know? Ask them if they have big problems that only I can solve. You'd be surprised how many people are just waiting for someone to talk to them. Sometimes I poke through crates, too. You know, for extra credits.
Okay, I'm not gonna take that as an insult for my looting practices.
Any decent security system will detect that you aren't in the military, much less part of my squad.
I just say that I'm deep cover and don't appear on systems. I'm doing the best I can, okay? You were a hero. You saved the galaxy and showed everyone what humanity could do. And then you died. The galaxy needed someone like you, Shepard. We all did. I had to do something.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Why were you trying to get the deed to this place?
This place is actually a front for a red sand dealer. I need to take it over to crack the ring.
What? Who the hell told you that?
The owner of that weapons store near the carport. She's an undercover cop. She told me about it when I introduced myself.
Listen, crap for brains. First, we don't sell red sand. Second, red sand is legal on Illium. You just need a license.
Interesting. I mean, that don't mean that that wouldn't be red sand, man. But yeah, you just need a license.
I'll talk to this undercover cop and figure out what's going on.
Thank you. If I kill annoying customers, it usually causes property damage. That comes out of my pay.
Just let me know if you need any help, Shepard.
She don't sound like a very pleasant one.
Thanks for taking care of that crazy guy. Saves me having to beat him to death with his own spine. That makes the other customers nervous. Anyway, this is Eternity, and I'm Athena, a sorry matriarch and bartender. Catch you anything?
Dude, what? Oh, yeah.
You're an Asari matriarch? I thought matriarchs served as honored advisors.
Right. Which I do here at this bar. I know. Not what you'd expect. But nobody on Thessia wanted to listen to my wise counsel, so here I am. Dad was a Krogan who fought in the Rachni Wars. My mother fought in the Krogan rebellions. I've pretty much seen it all.
It would give you quite a perspective. Also kind of explains a little bit of the attitude. Probably raised around an interesting environment. With your mama sitting there talking about, no, love, peace, and hair grease. With your daddy sitting there talking about, I don't want to hear it. Let's get it going. What was it that she said? Matriarch for this bar. It makes sense. Bartenders tend to be counselors in weird ways. One of the best places to go when it comes to information in a new area is to a bartender. They'll be able to tell you some things because people are always talking at bars, even more so when they're drunk.
Your mother fought in the Krogan rebellions?
I don't know whether she fought. She scouted, sniped a few people, and blew up a couple of space stations. You know, commando stuff. She'd put the old commando leathers on for special nights with Dad. Goddess, that was embarrassing.
It sound like they knew how to keep it fresh. I ain't mad at them.
If your mother fought in the rebellions and your father was a Krogan, didn't that cause tension?
They didn't meet until a few hundred years after the Turians put the boot in with the damn genophage. As far as either one knew, they were both just warriors. Dad boasted. Mom stayed quiet. Mom was a matriarch herself. Dad was near on 1,000 when the truth came out.
So 1,000 and at least 700.
What happened when he found out?
I was about 100, shaking my ass in some sleazy bar. They got me on the link. Told me that they were gonna have it out, and made me promise to love whichever one survived. Turned out to be damn easy, since neither one did. Family, huh? What a kick in the quad.
Hard to disagree. It really is. So she talking about something that happened at least 6 centuries ago. Like, damn.
You said your father fought in the Rachni Wars.
Yeah, when he was young. Loved showing off his war scars. Krogan think they're sexy. Me, I go for asses. When I was a girl, he'd tell me about landing on this poison-filled world and stomping a Rachni queen into muck. Scientists say all that stuff about us getting genetic material from the father is crap. Seems like I got a bit of his mouth, though.
Yeah, I mean, that might be where it comes from. They probably say that either out of ignorance or intentional redirection so that y'all don't feel like you're bound based on where you're coming from. Like if you come from a terrorist, you're bound to be more of a terrorist because of it. I can respect that, but if the reality is the reality, then it's best to know it for nothing else and try and stay away from it. So you're more of an ass girl, huh? You and me would get along. Sorry about
Why
that.
is a matriarch in a bar serving drinks?
It's better than what most other matriarchs are doing. Look at that screw-up with Saren and his Geth a few years back. Their ships were hanging bare-assed in space when Saren started shooting. If not for you humans, we would have bought it right there. And I warned him. Told people on Thessia what was coming and they didn't want to hear it.
What do you mean? I mean, you were right about the whole bare-ass thing, but like, what do you mean?
What didn't they want to hear?
That art and philosophy and political prowess wasn't gonna cut it. We can't go a single Asari lifetime without some big war breaking out. We need to get our daughters working earlier, not spending their wild maiden years stripping or in merc bands. When I started talking about making new mass relays ourselves, they laughed the blue off my ass. So now, I serve drinks.
I probably agree with some of their issue, but I agree with most of what you're saying. Got to get your kids working earlier. There's no stripping or in merc bands, and that is interesting. It do seem like the Asari tend to float towards stripping or merc bands fast. Begs other questions. But in terms of the building new relays, I can see why they might be a little concerned about that. I mean, obviously, if one breaks or one breaks down, like, what do you do about it? But, like, I can see them being concerned you might end up, like, causing some sort of chain reaction and destroying them all. Let me see. What else did she say?
Why is
it's better? Their ships were hanging bare-assed in space when... And I warned them. Told people on Thessia what was coming.
What didn't they want to hear?
Art and philosophy and political... When I started talking about making new mass relays ourselves, they laughed the blue off my ass. So now, I serve drinks.
An Asari lifetime is 1,000 years and change sometimes. If there ain't a war from somebody, like I don't know what, like that would be a miracle. That would also not really go with how life tends to work. I mean, it's an unfortunate reality, but there it is.
What's it like, living for nearly 1,000 years?
Violent. Wars break out. Colonies get destroyed. Sometimes you hear good news, like that colony on Pharaoh surviving. That's the exception, though. You find peace in whatever arms will hold you. Turian, Elcor, Hanar. Even had a pureblood daughter. I was the father. Didn't work out. And one day you wake up, your figure's gotten matriarchal, and everyone else is too young to remember how the Quarians looked inside those suits.
Damn, son, like that's what I'm talking about. I wouldn't mind seeing what the next 120, 130 years look like, but who wants to live forever?
Thanks for telling me about that.
That's what I'm here for, babe. Get you anything else?
I'd like something to drink.
Sure. I'll set up a tab at the drink kiosk. Knock yourself out. Literally, if you want. Just don't drink anything for Turians or Quarians. Does nasty things to your insides. Once saw Krogan drink a liquefied Turian on a dare 6 or 7 centuries back. Nobody came out of that one looking pretty.
A Krogan drank a liquefied Turian on a dare. Why was there a liquefied Turian that was drinkable? Like what? What? Go ahead and toss Archon and that there blender over there. No, that one. That's the one that we have for Varen. We don't want to mix them juices. Come on now.
Thanks for setting up the drinks.
Right. Don't eat the nuts in the Red Bowls. They're for Turians and Quarians. You'll get cramps.
The Asari are how advanced? And this is what they do with it? Money is still power. Same old, same old.
We'd do the same if we could.
We would, but we're not claiming to be the most advanced race in the galaxy. Whatever this is rumored to come from the deepest reaches of the Traverse, distilled on a shadowy, nameless planet by a specially modified, adapted fortune. Most expensive thing she's got, and it was blue. Oh, well, shit. Look here, I'm not too drive to drunk, all right? I know what I'm doing, just Just let me get some gum. All right.
If this is the best you have, I'll make do. But you're certain the neural stimulators are compatible with both my suit and Asari physiology?
Absolutely. In fact, I use this model at home, sir.
Oh. Do you?
See, I can respect the fact that she drew your attention, bro. But calm it down, because all that's going to do is, like, she said something. On the one hand, she's selling you a product, but she said she uses that product at home. So, and it does draw the mind in. Not going to lie. But that answer can freak them out. Whether it should or shouldn't ain't the conversation. Good lord, the damn PC nature in the 22nd century.
Listen, I know the data is vital to the Kurosa family. Nasana Dantius didn't give us time to pack. I'm lucky I got out at all. Her mercenaries were starting to shoot. If she lets us back in, I'll get it, I promise. If not, well, we'll just have to hope.
And I mean, definitely respect other cultures, but like, be careful. There's a point. We're heading this way because it's based on that mission.
Investment think tanks are noting concerns that new technological discoveries may upset the market balance and cost skilled workers their jobs. Later today, we'll hear from survey teams talking about the latest technology you won't be able to live without, and how much it will cost.
It will.
Trust me, the good
This episode was more running around than I would have liked. I'll need to actually retitle it, definitely.
Great for business.
I don't know. Some of them seem dangerous.
That's the whole point. Danger means more contract work for us.
Okay, I can see which one of you wouldn't give a damn.
The freighter Tur-Alan was found on an uncolonized planet in the Dranik system. Salvage teams report.
For example, you know that new drug, the one that causes permanent neural
Sorry about
scarring?
that. I actually
That's
wanted to hear that.
There's a 12-page contract for shipping, then a waiver for use. I charged for 50 hours, plus overtime.
Damn, like that's what I'm saying, bro. Just because it is legal does not mean it should be done.
You're sure gateway weapons and armor are good enough for Eclipse?
Yeah, I've got a friend in Eclipse. She told me what I needed to get.
Good. I'm pretty good at bypassing firewalls. Maybe they're looking for techs.
Here's hoping y'all's work don't bring y'all problems with me. That's all I'll say.
Can I help you with something?
I talked to an old friend, Conrad Werner. You told him that the Eternity Lounge was selling red sand.
Oh, you're Conrad's friend. Yes, that place is really dangerous. I should know. I'm an undercover cop. Did you get me the deed to the bar? I need the deed to, stop the red sand dealers.
She speaks with a strong / extremely weak level of bullshit. So we're gonna play with this.
I softened up the bar owner, but you need to go in and finish them off.
Really? Are you sure?
Absolutely. You just need to close the deal. Go in, be tough, and let them know you're with me. They'll hand the deed right over.
Wow, great. Here, I'll set you up for a discount. Thanks for the help.
Look, she said, I softened up the bartender. I've seen that bartender. What do you mean? That bitch is crazy. You softened her up? Huh? More health, better SMG damage, better assault rifle damage. Oh, okay. Shoulders for power damage. I could afford those two. But I actually need to upgrade their assault rifle functionality. So what
This
I'll
looks
do
interesting.
is do that and then upgrade my SMGs.
Oh, blue rose of Illium. Let your roots dig deep into the hot soil of Tuchanka. Let our scorching sun and sheeting rain turn your supple beauty into strength. For if our love is to survive, it must grow thorns to pierce the hand of any that would uproot it.
I can respect it. Oh, blue rose of Illium. Nice to meet you.
What do you want? Sorry, that damn Krogan's love poems are getting on my nerves.
Yeah, boy, most of their makeup looks like they're going out to shoot people.
Let your roots dig deep into the hot
The Krogan is reading those love poems to get your attention?
His name is Char. We're kind of dating, but, well, we're on a break. And he's trying to show me how sensitive he is by, well, wooing me. It's really bad.
It doesn't necessarily need to be great. Do you care about what he's doing and why he's doing it? It doesn't need to be some grand gesture so long as it matters to you.
Why are the two of you on a break?
He's serious. Serious, as in talking about kids. Char is a great guy to date, but for something permanent... Krogans live long lives. It's not like dating a human where you just stick it out for a century till they die. No offense. It made me wonder if he really likes me, or if he just wants kids. He can't have them any other way, you know, because of the genophage.
Well, I mean, the way you just described humans, it kind of makes me wonder if you give a damn about humanity, but I mean, hey.
That sounds like a question you should ask him.
I did. I don't think he realized that our kids would always have been Asari. Non-Asari don't always get that we're not taking alien DNA, we're just using it to randomize some of the genetic information. Anyway, Char was quiet for a long time. Then he said that he'd love our girls no matter what color they were.
Well, that's pretty much what he means then.
Here and now.
Can't exactly say exactly how Krogan function, but in terms of humans, we don't say that for no reason. Now, something might happen and what we say might get flipped on its head, but we still meant what we said.
Come to me, blue rose of Illium. Let our three...
So hold on.
He's serious. Krogans live long. It made me wonder if he really likes me, or if he just wants kids. He can't have them any other way, you know, because of the genophage.
He can still have kids in terms of the genophage, but it is extremely hard and extremely risky. But even in the end, why wouldn't he like you? Yeah, you said, is he here for me or is he here for kids? That makes no sense. If he was here for kids, then the only thing you could assume is that he would take the kids eventually, or at least try and get the kids thinking more Krogan than anything. Beyond that, it makes no sense. You just don't hear about cases of men trying to baby trap women like that. It's not to say it doesn't happen, you just don't hear about it often, if at all.
It doesn't seem common for Asari to date Krogan. What brought you two together?
He's a fun guy, really smart, especially for a Krogan. And he's got a good job as a transport technician. It's fun to join a mercenary guild or dance at bars for a few centuries, but eventually you hit the matron stage, you know? Then you get your back tattoo removed, let your scalp go back to its natural blue, and settle down with someone dependable.
Oh. Not gonna lie, you sound like chaos. And then you say dependable. So boring is what you're saying. You're gonna be bored because he has a good job and has no desire to be shooting people like most Krogan. Damn, boy. I'd say I'm surprised, but I'd be lying. Look here.
You need to talk to your boyfriend. He's just gonna keep shouting poetry until you do.
I know, but it's tough. I like him a lot. Hell, I love him. But I don't know if he's permanent Bond material.
You assume you're permanent Bond material. That might just make both of y'all permanent Bond material for each other. Jesus Christ.
Look at him. He's obviously crazy about you.
Is he? I mean, what if he just wants to have kids? Am I just his baby-making machine? He said I wasn't, but...
If he said that, then you either trust him, so you have nothing to worry about, or you don't, and you've already decided.
I guess I hadn't thought about it like that. And I do trust him, if he said it. I'm going to talk to him. Here, I've given you a discount at the terminal. Thanks for the help.
Good God.
What about a fish? She loves the garden. We could add a pond.
She doesn't need a fish, Dad.
As I said, we'll be getting our fish before too long. I need my models, though. I need them. They're important to me.
What about you? Going to try and make it as a commando?
Why not? Every Asari has biotics. Might as well use them, right? Damn, that's a hell of a sniper rifle.
If you say so.
Wonder if he means if you say so in well, yeah, I'm assuming he's talking about if you say so in terms of the commando and the biotics. I doubt he's talking about the rifle.
The Systems Alliance Parliamentary Subcommittee for Transhuman Studies has awarded reparations for biotics.
Already heard that one.
You can sell something that dangerous with just a contract and a waiver?
These are the Terminus systems. Everything's dangerous, and everything's for sale. Either we tax and monitor it to keep some control, or the smugglers get a monopoly.
What's so bad is she's not entirely wrong.
Has recently received an
But
unexpected visitor.
at the same time, it's like, why feed into it? Why not just try and take down the smugglers? I mean, it's not to say it would be easy, but neither is building an entire planet called Illium or Illium. So, you know, make some choices.
Samara denied our request for an interview, leaving us in the dark about what brought a Justicar to the fringes of Asari space. Nevertheless, Illium News is pleased to offer a special report on the history and current politics of this rare group.
You didn't pursue further to ask her why it is she didn't, why it is she was unwilling to be interviewed? Curious. Wonder why that is.
Hungry? Then come to the Fish Dog Food Shack. Tasty Varen skewers are just 5 credits for a limited time only. Or for the connoisseur, try our grade A Tachanka raised Varen steaks. Turian and Quarian food options are also available. It's fun for the whole family. Come to the Fish Dog Food Factory.
A division of Elkos Combine.
A division of Elkos Combine. Interesting. It makes you wonder if we can eat that stuff. Probably not.
All
Still.
right. Let's do it.
Excellent. So the total comes to 116,420 credits.
Oh, of course. I just need to make a call. I should, check the warranty first.
Loser.
Well, damn. Loser. Because he ain't trying to blow 116 G's in one instant. Yes, you know, that right there.
Of Illium's 10 richest people. Are the heavens still bright Asari blue? Or have the Volus finally rolled to the top? And don't miss our look at the fashion faux pas at the Commerce Awards held last week. All this and more on Financial Entertainment Daily.
That right there is how so many end up blowing through real life money. Because they let somebody call them a loser for not spending more. It's like, no. Why don't you get off your shoulders and break your damn pockets? I don't want to hear nothing about it. He wanted quite a bit, and by the sound of it, it was gonna be expensive. A little more expensive than he wanted to get into. Cool. Let that man be. You could just as easily lose his business entirely. But we only deal with upscale clients around here. All right. Let's see how long that lasts when you're shitting all over.
Damn it, this is just a misunderstanding.
Tell it to the judge. My surveillance vids caught your extortion attempt from 4 different angles.
I was misled. I was told that you had agreed to sell.
Take her away before I have my bartender throw her out.
Sitting over here watching the angle of that stripper.
What happened? The undercover cop from the weapons kiosk just got arrested.
It actually was out of nowhere. I didn't expect them to, like, move around like that. I forgot that they actually did that whole thing. For some reason, I thought they actually froze the scenery around me.
She wasn't a cop. She was a deep cover operative from a terrorist cell. I'd never have found her if not for you.
Really?
Really. You did a great job, Conrad. Now please go home. Let me take it from here.
Can do, Shepard. And thanks. It's really good to have you back.
It's obvious the type he is. He's a helper, but if you can only tell him certain things, otherwise he'll collapse inward, and it won't go good for him or anybody around him. Not like he do harm to anybody else, but he might hurt himself, or he might just spiral into depression. Best not to do that. Not gonna blow smoke up his ass. I mean, kind of did, but really didn't.
I'm looking for the best tech upgrades you have.
She has no desire to respect you, since you have no desire to spend over 100,000 credits. Ignore it, bro. Just ignore it. It's not gonna work out well. You did exactly what you needed to do. You determined how much it cost, and now you figured out it was a little too rich for your blood. And the thing is, he might have the money for it, but ain't willing to blow 116,000 for like personal crap. I don't blame that. But it's gonna be the end of episode 13 of Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition on the Xbox Series X, folks. If y'all like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you. Catch you in the next one.